What's up?
Hi,
Hi, you all.
welcome to Healthy Goals Wednesday. I hope everybody's doing good. I have Gail, and we have a guest, Ariella. Welcome in. Welcome, everybody. I hope you've had a great week and you've been drinking the water, and I hope that a lot of you have tried to join the walking collaboration to get your bodies
Got my
moving.
water.
And so, what are we going to be talking about today?
I asked Ariella if she wanted to come on and talk about the challenges of quitting smoking. So welcome in Jennifer, Linda, Jen, Penny Ortiz, Robin, Bob, Lori. Who else is in here? Try to scan through real quick. Thank you guys all for coming in. We appreciate you.
We're about half an hour early because Gail's got another event that she has to get to, so that's why it's maybe throwing everybody off a tad bit.
Sorry about that, guys.
My first question, Ariella, if you're ready, would be, what were you smoking exactly? Like, not what brand, but cigarettes, cigars?
Cigarettes. I sort of can't stand sort of other things to smoke, but yeah, cigarettes and mostly menthol cigarettes.
Yeah.
And my question is, how old were you when you started smoking?
I'm thinking I was probably about 17. The end of high school, early college sort of thing. And, back in the day, sort of high school, everybody would go out in the middle of the oval or behind the toilets or something to smoke. And it was just something you'd done because it was, I guess a bit of rebellion or something like that, teenage rebellion.
Right.
Hi, Wendy.
Okay, so now I think maybe we'll go through the questions and then maybe if this sounds good to you guys. And then after we go through our questions, then you can go through and say all, what you want to say.
Okay.
And maybe even bring up some questions from the audience, maybe too.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions that they want to ask, feel free to type them in.
You're running here.
Okay, so I'll go with the next question. We'll kind of alternate it. Did you pick up another habit by quitting smoking, whether it's healthy or not healthy?
I don't think I've really picked up another habit, but I've probably started spending a lot more on skincare and healthy care and that sort of thing. And
good choices.
Watching a lot more videos as well about healthy tips and skincare and whatnot.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
My question is, at your worst point of your smoking, how many packs a day were you at? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Anne.
My worst point of smoking, never more than a packet of like 20, 25. That was sort of my worst point.
So 1 pack. So that's not as bad. I've heard of people, 2, 3 packs a day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so were there any resources? What kind of things led you, besides you already knew, to get rid of something bad? We already know what we're doing that isn't good for us. But was there some resources or something that is like, Ariella, this is it. Do it.
Yeah. Well, there's any amount of information and quick resources and all of that, and like all the patches and things like that. And I'd sort of tried them before and they really worked, or they didn't work for me. That's my thoughts on them.
Did you use anything to quit, or you just did it on your own willpower?
Basically, well, I'd caught the flu. It was early September. I'd caught the flu, and so felt like absolute CRAP, if you know what I mean. And
Mhm.
it would have been minimal smoking then anyway. So, just enough to get rid of that nicotine withdrawal headache. But I stopped. I stopped then. But I'd been wanting to all year. 2025 we're talking about that,
So it's
right?
kind of
This is, yeah.
you mentally like you're like this is I'm gonna do it, and then just getting sick kind of like help push that in the right.
Yes, help push that. Yes.
Yeah.
How many times did you try to quit and fail?
Oh, I'd hate to think probably 10 times or something, over the years. And my most recent last failed attempt was a couple of years ago. I'd started a new church group, and they were all sort of very anti-smoking, and your body being the house of the spirit, and you shouldn't smoke, and all of that. And I'd sort of tried then, but I didn't really want to, so I'd still sneak them, sort of,
Right. Yeah. So, do you find yourself like eating more, or do you find yourself moving around more?
Probably moving around more. I haven't sort of eaten anymore or anything like that, but then I've been using this Ozempic for like about 3 years too. So, whether that's sort of cut down the cravings for food. I have found like my taste has changed a little bit on how things taste.
Because your tastes were dulled by that cigarette nicotine on your tongue. So when
Yeah.
that came back, you were tasting what food really tastes like. From what I heard,
Right.
that's what
Right.
my mom said.
Well, and oftentimes people, when they quit doing something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be cigarettes, but it could be anything that, you're eating, ice cream or whatever it is, they will replace it with something else that's not a healthier option. So, what are
Mhm.
some things that you would recommend people who need something? Like sometimes maybe it's you need to put something in your mouth or something
Mm.
like what's some things that are maybe a little more healthier that would maybe help you along with the wanting to do
Um,
the
I
opposite?
found that I found that sugar-free peppermints were really my friend, although I don't know if that's really very healthy or not. Um, we all know that some of those artificial sweeteners ain't real good for you, but it's probably better for you than smoking. I would just find something else to do as well when you're really wanting a cigarette. Maybe go for a walk around the block or something, or take up maybe crochet or something to get your hands busy, or just take up a hobby or a new interest that'll keep yourself busy and something that you can keep your hands busy with.
That's a good suggestion. Do you think that you've put on any weight since you quit smoking?
Me personally, no. I was at the doctor's a couple of weeks ago just for my general checkup, and I was probably there about 6 or a month before, 4 weeks before, and I'd lost about 5 pounds. So I'm still slowly
So
losing it.
you're
But then,
probably being more active
Cigarettes.
place of smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of sitting there or standing there or whatever, you're like, ah, I got to find something to do. So you're doing a little bit more movement, maybe.
yeah,
Helping.
and
Do you feel any other changes in your body besides your taste buds changing?
and I didn't have any issues from smoking, just a smoker's cough occasionally, but none of these other horrible issues. So that's really why I wanted to stop before those horrible things happened. but I have found my lung capacity and fitness has improved. I'm able to climb those steps better.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
So I don't know if you or Gail might know. Do you think like smoking cigarettes versus cigars, is either one of them worse than the other?
Probably same bad sort of
I guess
thing.
it depends upon
It's
how
still
much.
tobacco. I could
Like
never smoke.
apples and oranges, maybe.
Yeah, I could never smoke a cigar. I mean, just the taste, the smell, the strength of them are just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got one more question. Gail, do you have any more questions?
Oh, I can think of some more, but I don't have any more written down.
So I'm wondering now, a lot of times people who quit smoking, I've heard that if you smoke Mullen, that it'll help get all the gunk cleared out of, do your own research, stuff out of your lungs. Have you tried something like that, or are you just, is it just happening on your own?
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, it is happening anyways. I haven't tried smoking mullen, and I don't really want to smoke anything because that's smoking again, and it would sort of,
Can we
if I
grab
was
back
to
those
make-
feelings? Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense.
if I was to take mullen, I think I'd make like a mullen tea or something like that.
Yeah, mullein tea's
So-
pretty good actually. And if you're having trouble sleeping, mullein tea will help you sleep.
Oh, that's interesting to know because I don't really sleep that well.
That's not
so-
what it's known for, but I just recently drank some, and I basically took. I had a half-gallon mason jar of tea bags, and I heard about all the bad stuff they're putting in the tea. Of course, with my journey of trying to be healthy, I poured it all out, put the container to be washed to fill it with healthier ingredients. Then hubby, I asked hubby if he would order me some loose leaf tea because you can tell what it is because they're not hiding anything in it because it's loose leaf.
Mm.
So all this journey to try to get more healthy and more organic and all the better ingredients that I can. So I ordered some organic peach tea. So I'm looking forward to trying that.
So I have another question. So you had your normal daily routine of when you woke up, when you did this, that, and whatever throughout your days. Well, there was probably, I'm assuming, certain times when you would take your break to do the unhealthier choice. What are you doing instead? Are you doing anything different to help, you move past that want?
Yeah, what I did different was I'd walk around and pace around a bit more, until the cravings sort of went. I mean, the cravings are all gone now, and they've been gone sort of for a fair while. I'd say my cravings were really gone, by week 4, my cravings for actual cigarettes were gone. And I'd actually tried a cigarette sort of several times. I tried one within about 2 weeks after stopping. I'd had one with a friend or something, and I'd taken about 2 puffs and threw it away.
Good for you.
Just the taste and the smell of it was awful.
Right.
Then probably again, like in November, the same sort of thing, and half the cigarette, if that, and threw it away. Just the taste and the.
Have you heard of that new thing where they take a little pouch and put it in the side of their mouth? And
That's
they
not new.
no. It's a pouch.
Yeah,
It's in a pouch.
yeah, a little.
It's not loose. It's a little square thing they put in their mouth, and it puts tobacco into their system.
Is that sort of like?
What is that called?
Is that sort of like the lozenges you get? There are lozenges you can get from the drugstores for quitting
A family
nicotine
member
replacement
recently-
therapy.
started doing this, and I just found out,
It's funny.
and I was like, my reaction was not good.
So
Because
they
I
have
was surprised and I didn't know, and I was like, "Oh no, you can't do that." I didn't. I mean, it was an honest, it was an honest reaction coming from a good place because I didn't want the family member to get sick with anything, and so have not discussed this activity. But they call it snuff, even though you're putting it in like that. It's not.
Oh,
Really
that's sort of like yeah, a lot of guys sort of chew
I
tobacco.
never heard of
They
that.
call
This
it
is
dipping.
inside of something they put the
Yeah,
little white thing inside of their mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole different level of health issues from that. Apparently, chewing and snuff and that sort of thing can maybe not give you lung cancer, but it will like
Mouth cancer.
So
mouth cancers and that sort of thing. So
Right,
that's pretty.
Hi, Kara. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. We went on a half an hour early. Sorry, everybody. We threw everybody off. We
Yes.
only went on a half an hour early because Gail's got another obligation. So, but I was like talking to Gail about when you start like eating different types of foods at home, like little healthier things and stuff like that. Say, let's just use ground beef for example, and you're eating
Um,
your choice of ground beef. Well, pretty soon you get so used to it. Now, when you go and eat an not so healthy ground beef, like a burger somewhere, you're gonna be like, and it might make you feel kind of sick or something. So I was kind of correlating like the smoking and stuff like the same thing because you
Yeah.
like are doing healthier, and when you try it, you're like, oh, kind of the same ish reaction.
yeah. Yeah, that's probably been like a journey the last couple of years, just trying to eat healthier and just to cut out a lot of these seed oils and processed things. I actually had a cigarette the other day with a friend. Just sucked it into my mouth, didn't drag it into my lungs, and a couple of puffs, and it was absolutely horrid as well. Just the taste and the smell of it. I just don't like it anymore.
You
Yeah,
think you still want it, but you don't really.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't want it actually. I was just going to be sociable, having one with a friend. Yeah, I'll have one with you.
Yeah.
The old part.
We need to learn how
And I
to
didn't
not
want it.
feel peer pressure over these things. Like in my circumstance, it's going to be with eating, because people are going to start to notice how I eat, and they're going to be like, "What?" And they're going to be like, "Why are there no vegetables on your plate?" Well, I'm not going to eat vegetables until I can get them from my own garden because I know I didn't treat them with chemicals. So
Right.
sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then I might purchase a few organic products and have this and that occasionally. But hey, garden season's not that far away.
Right. And so everybody's walk of life is different. Everybody
Mhm.
lives somewhere different. Everybody has resources different. Everybody has thoughts and they're who they are, right? And so when you start making slight changes or big changes or whatever it is, you're really going to start feeling good. But it's like when
I
people,
can't wait for that stage. Right now, it's the yucky stage where at the end of the day, I feel like crap.
but it's being the example, not necessarily saying you should do. It's they're
No.
seeing you glowing or looking healthier in some way.
I'm not glowing right now. Right now, I'm a grump because I'm not getting to eat what I want.
And so
But
that's
I know why. Huh?
yeah, it's a good thing because people are going to start noticing, they're going to start asking you. Like for me, like a lot of people that we know are asking us, hey, can we garden together? How do we make bread? How do we, like, I get asked a lot of all these like healthier things, and I'm not a professional, but the level that I'm at versus where they, you know, they're just learning, but they're willing and wanting to, and what I know I can help.
Yeah.
So like that's with anything, like what each of you guys are doing, and everybody in chat is doing.
Yeah, there's just several things I want to try to make homemade this year. Red enchilada sauce,
Sorry.
my own corn tortillas. I wanted to do yogurt, but I just realized that when you make yogurt, you make it with whole milk. And I don't know that I'm going to have a very good reaction with that. So I don't know if that's going to work.
Well, it may or may not. If you can buy organic, or I know you haven't found anywhere yet, farm fresh. You know.
Yeah.
So I think just try it. Just give it a try, because you don't have to eat the whole thing. And if you don't like
No, I mean, I guess hubby could eat it, but let's just say I've not had, well, it's a dairy intolerance, but it's only to certain things, not all things. So, oh man, my pants
good job.
have not. Oh, that's good. You lost some weight. That's awesome. Yeah, at Christmas, I was almost in tears because I could not fit into my pants. And this happened before. So I went to the store and I bought myself some pants. Hubby bought me some dress pants for church, and I bought some black jeans, and I bought some, kind of dressy jogging pants and stuff. So, I mean, it's a serious issue, and I got to figure it out. But I tried to get really serious about it and throw away some food in my cabinet. It really hurt me to throw away my Alfredo sauce and Alfredo packet because I love chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
And you can.
But I finally today, it sat on the counter for several days, and I was like, I want it. I want it. I'm like, no, you don't want it. You want to feel good and you want to be healthy. And so finally today, after it sat on my counter for a week, I finally said, okay, we're giving this up. And
You're
I threw
like,
it away.
yep, good.
I threw all the other stuff away really easily. And I made some little videos on some of this bioengineered food. So if you want to be thoroughly freaked out, go to my shorts and I will freak you out pretty good.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for those, Gail. And yeah, it's been interesting what's been coming out and how they've been hiding stuff in our food, and it's absolutely frightening. And
I heard though it may not be as bad where you're at as it is here, because in Canada and Europe they don't put the same chemicals that they put here. There's about 14 banned ingredients in Europe and Canada that we don't like. Why do we make two different versions of Fruit Loops? Why did they get the good one and we get the crappy one that kills our children? Why?
Well,
Why?
Fruit Loops here are exactly the same as what's in the US. And of course, all the red dyes and colored dyes and that sort of thing, they're not banned here at this stage. So a lot of the same awful ingredients that you're talking about are turning up here as well. Certain things are banned, but most of them are not.
I'm starting to learn to read the labels better and starting to try to look for that USA organic, which I have to trust at this point because I have no other options, but I am going to do it as your standard order, and I'll make a video on that so you guys can see what I order from them.
I think
my very first online food order ever in my life. So
I think my biggest fear with all of this, because I see it all over the place where everybody's talking about what's in our foods and stuff like that, is it's about the money. They don't want to lose their dollar. And my biggest fear is they're going to come up with some new fancy technical wording that will start off meaning a positive-ish thing, but
Mhm.
not really. And I
Yeah.
think it's going to trick a lot of people, be like, oh, that's good, and not do their homework.
I heard they're trying to weaken us in the U.S. so they can take over.
Mind control.
Weaken us and make us brain stupid from the stupid food.
Yeah. So, Ariella, do you have any other information that you could share with people who are watching or maybe watching to help them?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, what I've found is you're not going to quit until you really want to quit. You've got to really want to quit it. Otherwise, it just won't work. So if you are a smoker and you're thinking you need to quit, you've actually got to want to quit. And for me, also a big reason for quitting was not so much the health aspect. I mean, that was part of it, but I really hated how my skin was getting horrible, and tobacco smoke. Smoking tobacco, smoking causes a lot of aging and a lot of skin issues because what it does to your circulation. So of course, it's causing all those issues with your skin and with your whole body actually, and the nasty free radicals and chemicals in it. It's all just destroying the skin and destroying you from inside out. So just wanting not to look old and wanting my skin to improve was a big part of it. The smell of it, just having the smell of it in my clothes and everything,
Mhm.
even though I all the time smoked outside,
Yeah, other people can smell it on your clothes.
and on you, yeah, and I didn't want that anymore.
Mhm.
And generally, like the last probably 3 years, I was down to about 6 or 8 cigarettes per day. But I'd have to wake up in the night and get up and go out and have a cigarette, and I didn't want that. Another thing I found that really peeved me off is I don't know, anybody who doesn't smoke mightn't realise it, but so often ash just drops off or sparks come out when you're not sort of even thinking of it, and getting small burns in your clothes. I absolutely loathe that. A really nice sweater, and then I've got tobacco burns in it. Just
I've never heard of that. My mom never mentioned that little detail. My mom and
Yeah.
dad both smoked.
Oh, it does
So
do
now-
that.
Yeah, now you can maybe spend some of that money that you would have spent on that and spend it on your skincare stuff.
Yeah,
where
well, I am.
you-
I've spent
well,
way too much on skincare.
Yeah, so your budget is a little bit more happier in the sense that you're not wasting it on.
Yeah, a pack a day, I'm sure, was still very expensive. Out of your budget.
Well, a packet a day, a packet here, if you're buying it through the official channels, a packet of 20, you're looking at about $45 to $50 for one packet. That's in the local currency.
Wow.
Wait, and you could wait. You could afford to spend $45 a day for
No,
cigarettes?
good heavens, no. What everybody's done and what everybody's doing is
I was like, how would
There's-
you afford that? Are you rich, Ariella? And I didn't know.
No, what's happened is the government have taxed cigarettes so much that what's happened is there's now a black market, and it's huge. And actually what's being sold in the black market cigarettes is far bigger than what's being sold through the official channels.
Yeah, I
And
can see
there's
that.
every town has probably got like about 5 or 10 black market tobacco stores. And a packet of 20 or 25 you can get for about $10 through the black market stores.
Which is not as bad as 45, but still 10 times 30 days in a month, that's still a lot of money, technically.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But Penny Ortiz, I've been making shorts on these products, both products I recommend and products that are bioengineered or other problems with the products. But I do plan to make a video. However, it's going to be a little harder to make the video because most of it's in the garbage. But maybe I can just pull up some pictures of the products. Or
Well, you
link
could
to them or
go to the store and take pictures or something.
True,
Maybe.
true. Yeah, true. Or you can
And
pull up visuals on the
so,
internet. I mean, it's
So, how long does it take for your lungs? Like, I forget what I can't word it right. So there's a progress, like
into repair.
every so often.
What
I'm
is
not
it
really
about
sure. I'm going to have to ask
years or-
Google.
What did Google say?
I'll just I'll bring up Google and ask her.
Google is a her.
What should I ask?
Okay. How long does it take your lungs to repair after quitting smoking if you've been a long time smoker?
Instacart website. Oh yeah.
This is
Carol's
for
giving me
information
another source. Thank you, Carol.
medical advice or diagnosis. Consult a professional. Healing begins minutes after your last cigarette, though full recovery for a long-time smoker can take decades. Immediate to short-term, days to months. 12 hours. Carbon monoxide levels in your blood return to normal. 1 to 3 days. Your bronchial tubes relax and the cilia, tiny hairs that clean your lungs, begin to recover. 1 to 9 months. Lung function increases by up to 10%, and coughing and shortness of breath significantly decrease. Long-term recovery, years. 1 year. Your risk of a heart attack drops by half. 10 years. Your risk of dying from lung cancer is roughly half that of someone who still smokes. 15 to 20 years. Your risk of lung cancer and heart disease approaches that of a lifelong non-smoker. While much of the inflammation and mucus buildup reverses, some damage like emphysema, destruction of air sacs, is permanent. However, quitting immediately halts further progression and allows dormant healthy cells to begin replacing damaged ones. Would you like to find some tips or resources to help manage the initial withdrawal phase?
So yeah, that's what Google told me.
So progressively you'll be getting more better over the time. My mom no longer has the coughing the smoker's cough. However, she did develop some COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. That's what COPD stands for. I had to slow down to say that. Hi, Linda. So,
there are cleanses.
But you seem okay, so I think you'll be fine. And you're also younger than she was when she quit, I believe. So you have a really, so you're going to heal. Plus you're a child of God, so you're gonna pray and you're gonna heal and you're gonna be fine.
So. And you're gonna whoop 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 whoop
dance and
go
crazy.
Look into some healthy cleanses and things like that can help flush whatever you want to do. Do deep research and make sure multiple places are saying about the same, not exactly the same thing, but about the same thing.
Yeah.
Because if it's exactly the same thing, you're like, did they just copy each other? So you have a little bit different information. That's saying the same thing.
Listen to everything, but make up your own mind.
Yeah. I found what I was smoking, like I'd buy a packet for the last 3 years. And a packet would last me about 4 days. So, $10 for 4 days.
Okay, that's not as bad. So you weren't quite at a pack a day then.
Yeah, I'd stopped a packet a day probably like about 5 years ago. I started cutting back 5 years ago.
Well, it's so expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
I tried smoking in high school, and I actually bought the cigarettes, and I shared them with my friends, and yeah,
Why can't I find your live?
I don't. Oh, because I'm not live. Heather is.
Oh,
Hello, Taz.
hello.
Hi
He's
there,
like,
Taz.
I'm not live. I'm like,
it's
oh,
Mil-
because I'm not live. Heather's live.
Arms.
Yeah.
Hi, YouTube police. How are you?
Yeah. I think I was sort of preconditioned to smoking as well.
I've
Where
had it.
the family I got put with, they were smokers. And they smoked inside, they smoked in the car, everything, and
My
I'd be in the
mother
car,
smoked
and I
inside,
absolutely
they smoked
hated
in the
it,
car.
and breathing it in, I absolutely hated it.
I kind of feel like that's why I have an asthma.
And I think
Don't
that's
tell my mom.
yeah, I think that's what's happened to a lot of people who smoke is or take it up, that they were preconditioned to it by their parents, smoking with them, breathing the smoke in, and all that sort of thing.
Right.
So, I'd say a big thing is if you're a smoker and you have kids around, just go outside, get out of view of the kids, and, make sure they're not breathing in your secondhand smoke. Go outside where they can't see you and can't smell the smoke or
Your
anything.
perfume and cologne doesn't cover it up. So,
I mean, they'll know that you smoke, but you're not sort of making them breathe it in and watching you smoke and getting sort of, preconditioned to,
Yeah.
well, smoking's sort of probably
Second
not that
chance
bad or what have you.
has been said to be worse than being the actual smoker. Not saying it's good for you, but
You
Oh,
don't pass it on to the next generation if you can help it.
yeah.
Tomorrow,
The example.
hubby and I are going to be doing a live on Gail's Southern Living to talk about the Lone Star meetup that's happening at the end of March. So if you're interested in going to that, if you'll come by tomorrow, it's going to be just like, probably an hour. I think I set it up for 7, but it'll pretty much be whatever time he gets off work. So we're doing that live on Thursday when he gets off work, and then Friday I'll have my regular live. So I'll be live Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. That's a lot of lives for me.
That is a lot of lives, yes.
It is.
So here's kind of
I
like
used
a
to be
little
fun.
testimony. People are watching what you do, especially if you're a content creator. Whether or not you get a whole bunch of views or not, people are watching you, right? Sometimes a lot of people look up to you or just like watching you, right? So Gail and I did Healthy Goals Wednesday last week on her channel. And by what we discussed about the food and stuff, Gail has opened the eyes of somebody else not knowing that she did, or well, both of us. So what you're talking about and what you're being the example of, others are watching. And so Penny's son, I had forwarded that Healthy Goals Wednesday from last week, and she forwarded it to her son. And then I found that Campbell's soup link. I just picked one and I sent it.
Yeah.
Now he's like, whoa. So
Yeah. Right underneath those ingredients, right underneath that, it should say right there if it's bioengineered, contains bioengineered ingredients, or it will have the bioengineered circle, or it will have the sneaky one, the scan code that you have to scan with a barcode. And then you'll go over there and it'll tell you if it's bioengineered or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll go and see there's a can here.
Really, really closely. Yeah, vaping is bad too. Agree.
So just
Wow,
like,
that's good. So spread the word about the bioengineered food, because there's a lot of people that need to know this.
even if you post
And-
something on your post tab about something that's a healthier choice or something that helps somebody who didn't know.
Yeah, one person got really mad at me because I put a short that Sour
you.
Patch Kids were bioengineered. They were not happy. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but they're not. They're not good for you. So
Well, I mean, any candy.
I went looking for
choice.
a can of Campbell's and I can't find one
they're
here. But I
delicious,
thought
guys.
it'd be interesting just to see what's in
Yeah.
Heinz.
I don't know if they're obligated to put that on your packaging in Australia. I'm very
They may not be.
They may not be obligated to put that. But I also would like to I have a new resolution. I have a new resolution, guys.
Is
Y'all
it a
have that?
resolution or is it a life goal?
It's more of a learning experience, kind of something like what Linda was talking about one day. I want to learn more about what these ingredient words mean. So even if it says organic, I want to know what all the words mean. Even if it says bioengineered, we're done. We're not even bringing it out of the store. If it says organic on the front, it has the label and all the things, I'm still going to bring it home and research the ingredient. I want to learn what the ingredient words mean. I want to know everything
Yeah. And
in there. What does it mean?
when you learn a substitute word for another word, like they'll say on a lot of things, they'll say low sodium or low sugar. And then in there, it'll say sodium this, and sugar will be, or salt will be put in there in different words. On
Creamy
the
pumpkin?
Yeah.
Or is that your version of pumpkin puree?
Yeah, basically.
And what are the ingredients?
Fat-free.
Huh?
99% fat-free.
What does it say the ingredients are?
Yeah, I'll have to get my phone to actually read it. I still can't read it with my glasses, and that's a pet peeve I have.
And then also, where was it made? There's another
nobody
question.
can read it.
Well, and even if it, so you want to buy your food locally made to you, not made somewhere else, because the pollens and the things and everything that's supposed to be in it in your area is supposed to be what's helping your system and your ecosystem area.
Yeah. Well, it says here ingredients: pumpkin, butter, potato, salt, cream, milk, maize thickener, flavors, contains flavor enhancer 635, soy,
Flavor
garlic paste, and spice.
Yeah, that's too many ingredients. It should say pumpkin and water.
Yeah, but there's all these extras, and maybe
Yeah.
salt.
But where does it say it's made? What country or what? Does it say it's made in Australia or somewhere else? Because, dude, if it's made from the U.S., you need to check it out. Because our food is crap.
Oh, so much
Ariella.
Yeah,
Our food is crap.
it is, and I'm trying to see where it's made, and I'm not sort of seeing much here at all.
Ooh, these I've already seen butterflies. What? They're so confused by our weather. I've seen butterflies. What?
Oh, I know. I have herbs that are blooming. My rosemary and calendula and thyme and all kinds of stuff is blooming still.
Yeah.
Winter's coming.
Made in New Zealand.
Okay.
Finally saw the label where it's made.
But it doesn't mean, though, they could have, New Zealand could be having the rules.
That depends on if New Zealand rules are like yours, because your rules, as far as I know, are very strict, and Canada and Europe. Okay, but I don't know about New Zealand. You have to research New Zealand.
But so let's say they have real strict rules in one country of not adding all the stuff, and they make the product and send it to America. That doesn't mean that they're making America's product like they make their product.
Yeah, when you see it was packaged in the USA, but where was it made? still,
Okay.
start
To
checking
answer,
your packaging for made in China because nobody wants food made in China.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
maybe
so
you do,
often,
but I don't want no food made in China.
yeah. So often, a lot of these things they say made in this country, but they're using ingredients made somewhere else.
Hmm.
And they mightn't necessarily have to list that they're local ingredients.
Yeah.
So that's something to
You
look out.
know, Ariella, there are 10 food companies being sued right now from California
Yep.
for health. Mhm.
so to answer the question, the other day I made myself tea in a teacup that had a lid. And usually I don't have a lid. And when you get it close to your mouth and you can feel it warm before you take a drink and you're like, oh, I have to wait a little bit more. Well, since it had the lid, I took a big drink and it was too hot and I burnt.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not putting vinegar in my mouth that way.
Yeah, you said I've got to be careful of that. Yeah, I'm so often buying a copy when I'm out and about, and so yeah, often finding it's far too hot. So really, really having to be careful when you sort of take that first sort of mouthful, or just try to take a small sip as possible, because burning your mouth and burning your tongue ain't really much fun at all.
Yeah, that's
Jennifer Ocean Homestead, would you like to come up and be a guest one of our weeks? Because we have a subject picked out for you. And when you come up, if you don't want to be on camera, you can just do that. Just saying.
Maybe I
Ask
should do
Heather.
that.
Ask
My
Heather
skin's
about
terrible
the subject.
today.
Oh, I like that. Ooh, look at that's cool.
Yeah, it just moves when you're talking. It kind of bloom, bloom,
Yeah, I
bloom.
like that. Blah 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 blah. Oh,
Yeah.
oops, I have to.
Yeah,
put it back on.
like that. Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let us know
Okay.
and we'll pencil you in.
We have a subject kind of picked out that we think you might like to do. So we think you might be interested in a particular subject.
Yeah,
If
anybody's interested in coming up and talking about something healthier, whether it's food,
or something not
exercise.
healthy that you want to warn people against.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. Just email either Gail or me, and we'll figure out a time that works for all of us. And
Yeah.
well, usually we start a half an hour before we did today.
Jan, Jerry, and Linda are going to be on another time. I don't know what the subject is, but it has a really fun looking thumbnail where they look really happy and excited. That is going to be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. There'll be about a half hour in between because we started early today because I have another engagement somewhere else tonight. So, yeah. Busy,
I'm
busy.
just laughing
I'm
at your
busy
upsider
today.
there, Gar.
Huh?
I'm just laughing at your upsider. I just heard him go, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, got me laughing.
After this, I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't know if I'm coming up, but I need to be in a live because I'm going to be part of a thing and I need to be there to hear the details about it. So I will be walking for the whole month of January on this channel. And starting in February, I'll start putting out videos like probably some, food hauls like Azure Haul. I'll be doing like, I might talk about the bioengineered food in a video, giving some examples. Might do some exercising, all kinds of stuff. I have a lot of recipes planned. I just got to kind of build up my pantry because remember, I just threw a bunch of food in the dumpster.
Oh, and exciting news if you haven't seen it yet, Indiana Backyard Gardener is going to be doing her annual seed swap again. So start thinking about seeds. It's 5 seeds that you send her. She has a video from last year that tells you what to do. And then she's really good and very, very organized at sending you and finding you the seeds you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about joining that this year. If you haven't already, you can.
Oh, it's the best seed swap. I've only been in, this is the only seed swap I've ever been in. But I've been on YouTube for 5.5, almost 6 years now. So I've heard about a lot of seed swaps, and I've heard a lot of bad things about seed swaps. And this one's been awesome. I've been in it at least 3 years, I think now. And the seeds usually come in March. And a lot of times I've already kind of got a garden plan. But I try to leave a few containers in case there's something I really, really want to plant, you know. And my elderberry, did you hear, Heather? My elderberry is finally doing good.
Oh,
cool.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
Create a banner.
I
Gail,
finally figured out how to do the elderberry.
what's your email that you want people to email?
For what?
Anything.
Gail Southern Living 2026 at yahoo.com. It's a brand new email for my brand new phone.
Gail Southern Living at yahoo.com.
Gail Southern Living 2026. It's got the year in it.
2026. Okay.
That way I can see how long I get to keep that email before something happens to it. God forbid. My other one is about to get really full, so I'm going to see if I can have hubby clear it out for me. That's my Gail Sunflower one that I use for lives. My other one I lost on my phone. I mean, I've got email issues like crazy. I'm sorry. I'm a hot mess, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh.
Oh dear, I've got to have a clean out of my email too.
Put it up on this. I saw it scrolling there, and Ariella was talking. So, is there anything else you want to tell us about quitting smoking, Ariella? Tidbits of knowledge, or
basically, I'll just add, you've really got to put your mind to it and want to quit. And even if you're half thinking about it, maybe just write up a list of positives and negatives. What you think smoking actually gives you positively, and then the negatives. And you can be sure it's going to give you a whole list of far more negatives than positives. That's for sure. So even just weigh that up in your mind if you're sort of still smoking and you're thinking, oh, you really need to stop. Do a pros and cons sort of thing, and that will probably tip you over the edge to stop.
Yeah. Seed swap. It's hashtag IBG Seed Swap 26, hosted by Indiana Backyard Gardener. We'll probably start sometime this month. She's going to put out a video. She has a little teaser video. It doesn't have all the details in it, but more than likely it will be a list of five seeds on your wish list that you want in order of what's most important to you and least important to you. And you usually you send 3 seeds, 3 different seeds with 10 seeds in each thing. But usually people send more, and you send some stamps, and that pays for the shipping.
Yeah, and you get a lot of seeds. So you know how you'll buy a little pack of seeds and you'll get what, 5 to 10 seeds? No, you get seeds.
Yeah, some people send 10, some people send 30. Just depends.
Yeah, you can send more if you want or not. I mean, I think she recommends 5 packs. Is that it?
I don't know if it's 5 or 3, but you send 10 of each.
that the rules will be the same. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I'll have to go back to last year's video, but I have already got a few seeds ready for that, but I want to grab a few more. And I did get a really bulk of one particular seed that I want to go ahead and package up to send out. So
Yeah.
I need to get that ready. So when she puts her video out, I can just send it out real quick.
Mhm. So if
I-
you're looking for specific things, like you want some kind of sage or some kind of basil or whatever, you just put that on your list of things you want. And she tries to find it, and she does a darn good job. And you get quite a lot of seeds in return, more than what you send her. So it's really a good thing. So, Ro,
It's definitely worth it.
mhm.
It's definitely worth the time, for sure, for sure.
Adding lemon to your water is good for helping your system. Do your own research on that. There's other things that you can do to help cleanse your body, but making sure that you're drinking the best kind of water that you can get. And, trying to eat a little bit healthier every day and moving around and making those changes in your life to make a better you. It's good in the long run. We've got a lot to live for. I know sometimes it might not seem so, but it is.
Store.
You're here. Everybody is here to help somebody else, whether you know it or not. So we're being the example. And that might just be smiling and saying, "Good morning, neighbor." Simple. So
Positive, there's a lot of positive things you can take the time to listen to people's words, because sometimes they need encouragement. Sometimes we're meant to say or do a specific thing, but we have to be listening to that person to realize when they need us. And that's talking about a very particular thing that happened recently, where I was just paying attention to everything someone was saying. And I was like, I think they need me, I think they need me.
yeah,
And they do. And then that's kind of like my calling from God, is to listen to what people say on YouTube. I have all these things I'm doing, but in the background, I'm trying to help people too. I'm always trying to help people and pray for people and give them encouragement and
Yeah,
be there for
like
them.
that.
So
Exactly. And so,
Yeah.
everybody's voice, everybody's character attract different types of people. So,
Mhm.
like, if all three of us were talking about the same exact thing on our channels, some people are
they
going to be like,
come out 3 different ways.
that one or whatever,
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if we're repeating each other's same, thing that we're trying to talk about, like healthier food or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's important that you can at least reach somebody, and you do. And sometimes
Mhm.
those are
Yeah.
the people that are lurking that don't,
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize the bioengineered food thing was catching on, but one of my other friends, I won't mention in case she doesn't want me to, but she's been really checking her labels too. So I think it is kind of catching on. So check your labels, guys. Check your labels. We don't want to be eating cruddy food.
And
If we
if
start buying it, maybe they'll make us better food.
you're surrounding yourself in the right groups and around the like-minded ish people, you're gonna start learning some good stuff. So, Ariella, any
Yeah,
last
so
words?
true.
Do you got
Oh,
any?
sorry.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add to?
Yeah, I just got you now. It's sort of a bit jumbled at times, the sound, and whether that's the internet, I don't know. What am I going to add? I mean, I can sometimes yabber away all day and talk a lot of CROP.
I gotta go, guys.
Well, basically, all I'm going to add
yeah.
is, just try and believe in yourself and try and take in good advice and disregard, the haters and the doubters and all that sort of thing. And also, a big thing is just to pray to Him and ask Him for insight and discernment.
Right.
That's basically all I'm going to add.
I like it. It's wonderful. Well, good for you. And you do look a lot more happier. And I'm glad that you're going to school and all the things. So that's pretty amazing. And you're in
Yeah,
a better environment.
2026 will be big. And my skin's improved so much.
Nice. Yay. Good stuff. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here. And next week we'll be on Gail's channel for Healthy Goals Wednesdays. Have a beautiful week. Do all the things you can do to make a healthier you. Hey, that was good, huh? All right. Don't forget to go over to Jan and Linda and watch them tonight. They have something fun and new that they're going to be trying. So have a good
30
day.
minutes.
Yeah, you have a good day, Ariella.
You too, Heather. And yeah, it was great to be up here. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And thank you, everybody who runs this one later. I think I'll run it later just to make sure I get everything, even though it's running here on my phone. I don't know if that really counts as a view because I got the sound off.
Awesome.
But yeah, thank you, Heather. Thank you, Gail. And thank you, everybody who tuned in.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.